manipulation, and with your skills moving forward, hopefully you'll get better and better and go from there. Alright, so open up your Photoshop and start a new project. So go to File, New, set your width, set your height, create. Alright. Now we have our project started. Let's go open up the internet. And this video is on color changing and layers organization. Okay. So go to Unsplash. You can use their free images. And I'm going to show you an example on the beach. How to color change and all that stuff. Alright, find an image, download free, click once, edit, copy, go back to Photoshop, edit, paste, Command T, click and drag, hold the Alt and Shift button, let go of the mouse, then let go of Shift Alt. Now drag some more, go to the corner, just drag and shrink essentially. Alright. Okay, grab your corner and drag. Alright. Now what I want to do here is change the color of the ocean water and get rid of the sand. Okay, so let's begin. On the layer that we'll rename the layer beach. Okay, and now we will select with our magic wand tool and click on the sand. There, once we click, hold shift down and keep clicking where it's not selected to add more. There we go, we're getting there. Okay. Now, a trick I want to show you is select right at the bottom here. This is going to help get a better selection. So click on the edit in quick mask mode, click, and it turns red, and this would be white. So now choose your paintbrush tool and choose your opacity, go up to 100, and right down here your colors, black and white, rotate back and forth. Okay, so if I click or right click, bring your hardness up and then your size, and I don't want that, so I will hit the X button on my keyboard letter, to switch this from black to white. So it was there. If I hit X, it switches from white to black, and now I can hover over with my paintbrush tool and click and erase the rest of the red that didn't get selected with the magic wand tool. And you just want to go around and get rid of the patchiness that was left over. Okay. Once you have that all done and selected and, with the, down here with the brush, and you click on it again to end it, and now you have your selection. And this is inversed. I wanted the water to be selected, which that's what I want to color change, and that's what this video is about, color changing. So I will go up to my select and I'll inverse. So now only the water is selected. Now with the layer selected, go up to image, go to adjustments, go to hue and saturation, and I want it to be purple. Well, mauve I call it, like I've said before. So drag the hue until you find your color. Okay, I like it right there. Maybe turn down the saturation, give it a little bit less color. Maybe a bit more. No, a bit less. Okay. Lightness. We'll leave it at 0. Don't touch it. Hit OK. And now we have our water, which is purple. Mauve. Select, reselect. Keep your selection, but also go back and inverse. Now we're going to play with the sand. If you hit edit, cut, and then edit, paste, and then with your move tool, click and drag it back up to where it was. Now they're two different layers, so now I'll rename these layers. So this is water, and the top one is sand. Okay. What do I want to do is change the sand to a darker, just darker to match the darknesses in this color. So we'll go to image on the layer that we have, so sand. Go to image, adjustments, brightness and contrast. Bring the contrast, play with the contrast. I'll leave it all the way up. Bring the darkness down. Just play with it. Image, levels. Okay. Getting somewhere with color changes. Okay, go back to your internet. And I'm gonna search wall, because I want to show you blending modes. Now select an image. I'm gonna select this cool looking brick, half brick. Download free. Click once, edit, copy, go back to Photoshop. Now I want this layer to be on top, so I selected this layer, I hit edit, paste, it'll jump on top of the layer that you have chosen. So if I have the water selected and I hit edit, paste, it jumps on top of just the water, but I can always just drag it up to the top. Alright, now I'm going to shrink my image, Command T, and then drag a corner down. Might have to do this a few times just because the image is so big compared to my project size. Okay, we'll keep it like about there. Alright, now this is the blending modes I want to show you. Go over here where it says normal on the layer that you want to blend, and just start using up any of these blending modes. At first you're gonna have to click on almost every single one to choose the right one that you would like, because it's hard to memorize which each one does. when you're first starting out. I still have that problem, so I still go through each one. Oh, hard light. Okay, hard light's looking okay. Hard light is so far my favorite one. Okay. Yep, hard light. Okay. Now, go up into image on your brick layer, wall layer, adjustments, hue and saturation. Now play with the lightness, just to make it look kind of image. Levels. Okay, so you get the idea of blending modes, I hope, and it's you choose the layer. Then if I were to go back to normal, you won't be able to see through the image to the other images behind it. So just start playing around with this a little more, and you'll learn that it's very handy what this tool is used for, and it's to blend layers together in certain ways to find the right, how you say, uh, find the right, just to get the right image overall. Okay. Alright, now let's go back to Unsplash. Let's search animal. We're going to add an animal into this picture, and then we'll be done. How about this tiger? Download free. Click once, edit, copy, go back to Photoshop, on top of the layer that you want, edit, paste, Command T, drag, drag, okay, right about there. Maybe not. Enter. Alright, now one of the tools I want to show you. Okay, hold down this area, magic wand area, until you get the quick selection tool. Now select it on the layer that you are. What it's going to do is automatically select around an image and do the job for you, basically. So select subject and you wait. And there we go. Somewhat selected for the most part. We can always, with the selection, go down to this little edit and quick maximal, click. Now zoom in, hold the Z button, and click and drag to zoom. Now paintbrush, hit B on the keyboard, and opacity is at 100, good. Hardness 100, good. Okay, I'm going to basically get rid of what the tool didn't completely get. Okay, for the most part it's good. Now zoom out and end it by clicking again. Now we have our selection. Go to edit on the layer, edit, copy, edit, paste. So now we have our new layer and it's just the tagger. If we get rid of this one, there we have it. Gonna hit delete, get rid of that layer, and we'll rename the brick wall and lion or tiger, animal, and we will play with it a little bit. Okay, here we have it. That's alright. Now go new layer down here, create new layer right there, click, rename it color correction. Now go over to your color, top one. I want this whole theme color to be yellow. So hold, once you're on your layer, all you have to do once you have the color selected, hold Alt and hit delete. And there we have it. It completely covers the whole layer in the color. Now go to your blending modes, normal. So click and start choosing whichever one, and you play with your opacity, drag it down. Now I just want to try, my favorite one is overlay, and play with the opacity and fill. Great. Alright. For the most part, that's how you would go about blending and color corrections and masking out objects in photos perfectly with the quick selection. Very simple. Alright, now I'm not a fan of how bright this whole thing is, so if I'm at the end of my project and I wanna put it all in one layer and then adjust it from there, I right click and flatten image and unlock by clicking the little lock button. Now go up to images, image, adjustments, and brightness and contrast. Bring the contrast up or down. I'll bring it down in this case. Brightness, and bring it down in this case. Levels. Play with the levels. Alright, now the main thing for me right now is hue and saturation. Like, it's too much colors, so bring down the colors a bit. There we go. Bring up the lightness. Yeah, I'm going to bring it down. About there. Okay. Now there's one more thing. Create new layer. Bring it to white. Now Alt Delete brings the whole layer to that color. Now blending modes, darken, multiply, color burn. There we go, overlay. And I don't know if I like this, but I'll bring the opacity down. And the fill. And what that does is just brightens it. Now I can bring the colors down a bit more. Saturation. There we go. Alright, so I hope you learned a little bit about color changing, color blending, layers, layer blending, and yeah. The next video you'll be learning a little bit more about image manipulation with the tools and keyboard shortcuts. So we're going to get a little bit more into the photo manipulation. Okay, well, you have yourself a good day, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.